Hello, anybody and everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play The Outer Worlds. The reason we are back here is I actually did miss a couple quests, a couple side quests. So I left the ship so I can, because I know for sure one of them is here. And I need to do that. Hopefully I can do it. Where is he? There you are.
Hey, Miss
Silas.
My Body. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this fella.
Don't go ambling out in
Hey!
those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
My pod crashed in the hills back there.
Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here.
Cranium?
You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
Okay, so stream should be renamed now. I never got your name. I'm Lucas.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of
Oh,
that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
looking to make a little money while I'm here.
Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
You want me to collect what's owed to you? You're making people pay for their own graves. Collect the fees yourself. Let me collect what's owed to you. I can do that.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why is Abernathy a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Okay. And that's one of the quests. The other one you get by doing this quest. There's a guy you talk to and he'll... I don't know where he's at though, so... Probably this dude down here. I know it involves robots and... It kind of looks like a place that would use robots. I'm also going to be trying to use this gun more often, this one, because
When I was little, we'd get freighters.
it's a long
every
rifle.
Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
Hey!
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
What are you babbling about?
The war! The coming apocalypse! Man versus machine! I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Yeah. Gotta watch out for those mechanicals.
That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the Resistance?
Probably far away from this place. If your Resistance needs another gun, I am for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. So tuna cans mostly, some Spacer's Chaw, few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name.
Alright, what do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Leave him be. I'll save real quick because I don't know if pissing him off about... Damn it. If pissing him off about a graveyard
Never
fee is
seen the
going
Vale
to,
lit up like this before.
it's going to make him mad. Silas sent me. You owe him your gravesite fees.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the Resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Ooh, should I extort him? He sure did. And he's asking for a little extra to furnish the Resistance with mechanical repellent.
Mechanical repellent! A stroke of inspiration from the law itself. Here, I've been saving up a couple bits for just such a project.
I got two bits. I'll leave you be. Oh man, that is terrible. And it was also only 5 to lie. So I guess I can't complain too much. Is this free? It is free. A Nico pad. So like cigarettes basically. Or maybe it's like nicotine patches. Maybe they're trying to help themselves, not die. Ooh. Ooh, there's stuff over here too. Hello. Do you... Okay, you don't take anything either. And you don't have anything in you. Well, that's done. Oh yeah, you gotta hold X. Spacer's choice. Ugh. Excuse me. Our phone. Okay, I was checking my phone. Sorry about that. So we have to extort people, basically? That's always nice, isn't it? Okay, who was it? It was Abernathy, and it was one. Phyllis, Silas, and two who works as, and then Abernathy. Okay, we'll do the cannery since we're already here. How you doing? I'm just holding a gun to your face.
What's on your mind?
Hey! Gravesite fees. I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
Reed's not here
Because
anymore.
they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
Oh. You have to pay for your neighbor's gravesite fees?
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law
Oh.
requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said this guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
Thought you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime.
Oh.
The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
What are they gonna do? Arrest his corpse?
When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words,
Oh.
Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
Would've? You didn't?
Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Maybe Silas is evil. I don't personally care, but... This is the guy that worked in this spot, Sue. Oh, cigarette lighter. And then Nicopad. So yeah, I'm guessing that's just cigarettes. Neat. Alright, Abernathy, I know I didn't give you the medicine, I kind of avoided you, but I gotta extort you now.
You wanna mingle, go try the cantina.
I'm here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Here, take my fees. I'm never getting that medicine, so I may as well buy myself a grave. Something nice and wide, with plenty of room to spin around inside.
Okay, I need to find out what this sword goes to, by the way. This. It's, oh, might look nice in one of the crew's rooms on the Unreliable. Oh, okay. So I can put that, oh.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing with myself.
Resident, corporate trooper. Excuse me.
Oh, I cut.
Alright, bitch.
But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
What can I do for you?
Hey! You sound like you've had some training. I know a thing or two about medicine.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
Guessing you were trained at a medical school?
Experience was my teacher. Experience and... So, you want to be an embalmer, brochures 1 through 5, courtesy of the Spacer's Choice Department of Career Development.
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
Do I have any? No. No, I still
can
need
I
to
do
talk
for
to
you?
you. Debt.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Ah, some quality drama, Conrad. You should audition.
Thank you, no. I despise the serials. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hang on. Medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
Persuade 1. What about Eugene's gold teeth?
You know about Eugene? How?
I snuck in. I found a note from Phyllis.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
I'm sure you won't miss them.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
Ask forgiveness from the vicar later, even though he's gone.
The good Vicar Maximilian and I have never quite seen eye to eye, but your point is well taken. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
I'm told Eugene killed himself. What happened?
Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life.
Oh! So the town never had to pay a penalty.
We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
Goodbye. I leveled up! Bam, bam, bam. Okay. Do that, so my engineering, and make my medical at 25. Okay. Alright, dude, I got all your stuffs. A new original masterpiece from the director of Agent Con and Island of Murder, Titus Androidicus. Oh, God. Oh, Silas. Is that what his name is? I think so. And you do get the Vicar as a companion, you just have to get to another planet first.
Lovely to see
Sup,
you
dude?
about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
What are you talking about, Silas?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
About those... Oh, wait, hold on. We need to talk about Eugene.
Yeah? What about him?
Oh, hold on.
Well, yeah. That's what I'm
Never mind.
Think-
Hey!
You run into any trouble?
Paperwork, fees, and signatures. All right here.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
I went out of my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
I was hoping for something more tangible.
Oh, suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Abernathy was trying to hide his own illness.
Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy.
He was convinced you knew.
What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A, for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see? Yeah?
Ask him something else. Nah. Now I got Die Robot. That's a pretty good name. Now let's go kill ourselves a robot. Whee! What is this? It just looks like the mines that you find in like Tiny Tina's area in Borderlands 2. Speaking Tiny Tina, that's who plays Parvati. Ashley Birch, I'm pretty sure. There's a bad. Oh. Oh, it's these things. Ow! That's a first. Those things don't usually attack. The shit. That was mean. You get a Nico pad after that. What's that? Oh, I gotta hack this actually. Oh. Unlock second story balcony. Oh, well, got that. From R. Thompson. Read. Hey boss, just wanted to check up on the new Saltuna Life project. I've been brainstorming some new taglines for the product line. I think some of them will really catch our customers' attention. From L. Gibbs. And this one's from R. Thompson. Subject, excellent news. Dear Lawrence, I appreciate your hard work on behalf of our beloved brand of Saltuna. I've just received a response from corporate. They're not interested in your idea of a light version of the Saltuna brand because we'd rather not compete with ourselves. But they are interested in the idea of lighter Saltuna. Effective immediately. We have been instructed to use heavier weighted cans so we can pack them with less Saltuna, thereby saving bits to every can. Is exactly the kind of breakthrough our cannery needs. In fact, our logistics department has just confirmed my request to have you transferred from the marketing division into the cannery. Can you imagine, Lawrence? You'll be rubbing elbows with your fellow workers on the canning line, filling each slightly heavier can with slightly less Saltuna. Hour after hour, day after day. This is great and tremendous honor for you and for me. Effective immediately, your position in our marketing division terminated. I expect you to report to our foreman tomorrow morning. Your uniform will be deducted from your pay. Welcome. Personal files. Ideas for Saltuna light taglines. Melts on your fork, not in your mouth. Less fat with some Saltuna flavor. It's brine time. Now with the satisfying crunch of cartilage. You can't spell Saltuna without salt. Note, also can't spell Saltuna without ants. Potential to market toward families? Leading scientists say it's still food. The Saltuna will thank you. Warning, may cause auditory hallucinations. We'll add more later. Oh god. Anything actually good up here? Ooh. They make me use one of those to get through that computer, but then they go and give me one, so I'll take it. I found pep pills. Pep pills, the pills of a pep. Thank you. Oh, you jumped across too. Alright, let's... Still haven't done it yet, but meant to go kill a robot. Probably not too far from here. What's back here? Hello? Hi, how you guys doing? Oh! And a sawed-off shotgun. Neat. What's this? That is a back door to Edgewater. I don't know where that's gonna lead. I'll try it though. In a minute. After I kill this filthy, disgusting robot.
Wow, not even a
Oh, it's
scratch.
dead. Does this also lead to... Oh. Oh. I feel like I've probably been in here. I just don't remember it. Or if I haven't... If I have, either loot regenerates, which would be pretty cool, or I'm just blind, which is more possible. Energy cell. Where's that dude at? That looks... Ooh, you can see the ring and a ship. Fuck you. Come on, dude, I killed your robot. Where you gonna send me next? I forgot I had this shotgun. What's
Never
up?
seen the Vale lit up like this before.
You don't have to worry about that scout anymore.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a
It's fair.
passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold mechanical hearts.
What about my gun?
Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
You hid your secret weapon in a lavatory. For anyone that doesn't know, that is a bathroom. Or toilet.
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
That's actually a fair point. I'll let you know if I find it.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
You hid your gun in the shit, eh? Let's hope Amelia hasn't found it. Pretty sure that's who the bartender is. Come on. Let's go get this toilet gun. If I don't have the plague, I'm probably about to get it. God. Hey Amelia, don't mind me. That's what your name is, right? Yeah. No, I'm not. Sealed bundle. Like secret weapon. Yep. This is a trash can and you threw away this stuff? Gimme. So Ludwig, what the hell's in this bundle? This is where Amelia sleeps, probably. Oh, there's her bed. Don't mind me, Amelia. Just kind of rummaging through your things. No big deal. Spacer's Corona. Ooh. Well, that sprint didn't go as planned. I'm guessing I just have to go back to the dude. Can't imagine anything else that it would have me do. Do I have to take the bundle and shove it down a robot's socket? Maybe? Ah. What is this? A Terra Ray. Ugh. I don't like seeing the insides of these things. I prefer to not see the insides of those things. Hi, Ludwig.
Never seen the Vale lit up like this before.
Shut up. Found the package.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand
No.
volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
So, what's next?
Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant.
Been there.
Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
Got it. I've already got the passcode from Reed.
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
You mean this logic module?
Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
I don't like that. Thanks. What did he give me? Light pistol. A toss ball stick. Oh. Shock stick. 131. 142. Ooh. Sorry, Ludwig. It's literally just a worker's outfit. What was I expecting? Honestly, don't know. Let's just give ourselves some armor things. Well, I'm pretty sure that's it when it comes to quests. The rest of the people you can really talk to with names are mainly vendors. And if I always find out differently, I should be able to just return here. So let's go to our ship. Let's get the... Wait, what? Oh, that's my ship, yeah. Let's get the hell off this planet. Maybe. I don't care about that, Twitter. Get out of here. Gotta leave this planet. At least it's basically instantaneous. Max, you don't want to talk. Okay.
Welcome back, Captain.
What's up, Ada?
All systems are now operating within acceptable parameters. Shall I take our ship into orbit?
Yeah. Let's get out of here. I love how it still has things on the bottom as if they're oars. Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight. That's fair. Thing probably shouldn't have been able to get in the air at all. But then that wouldn't have made for much of a game, would it?
received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Of course. Sorry about that. Good. I've been wanting to hear from him. Waiting.
Ah, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Oh, also I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to
Gladys.
land on Stellar Bay.
Why do I need a nav key to land on a planet?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly.
What's stopping me from just leaving Halcyon to get all together?
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire
So
your
that's what's
optimism,
stopping me.
but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place. And we can start by reviving the Hope.
About this Gladys person. How do I know I can trust her?
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
Can't I land somewhere outside Stellar Bay?
In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb.
Oh.
You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Kelly.
Fine.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
I'll put it to good use. Thanks.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission
That's
ending.
fair.
If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it. I want to go check. Yes,
Make
this
yourself at home,
holographic thing.
Captain.
Thanks. Just projects a disguise on you and your companions to give you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in being attacked on sight. Oh. Nothing. Messages for Alex Hawthorne. Hawthorne's unread messages. From U. Bedford. Udom? Wingman's Wingman, Bedford. To Alex Wingman Hawthorne. Subject. Response. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to mention in my previous message. Silly me. I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of steel. It's not exactly board approved, so don't you go showing it around for your spacer buddies. Hope it will amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Oh, what? No. Messages. Sent messages. From Hawthorne. Look, there's no call for shouting. My terminal was busted. Had a few too many and must have knocked it off the desk. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta cut loose. Telling you where Wells is, so lay off. I'm not telling you where Wells is, so lay off. Buy me a drink at the Lost Hope next time I'm in, and I might forgive you. No. Archived. From... Dearest Alex, I can't tell you how pleased I am to finally hear from you. Your message was hilarious. I'm delighted to see by your sense of humor and tell of your hijinks. I hope your terminal will cooperate for the foreseeable future. By the by, I was scraping Groundbreaker's comms network for tasty little tidbits, and I noticed you declined to dock at Edgewater's landing pad and instead touched down in the wilderness. You rugged individualist, you. I only pray that idiot Thompson wasn't giving you any trouble. Anyway, I hope your meeting down on Terra 2 proves fruitful, and I look forward to corresponding with greater regularity. Your best friend, Udom. From Udom. Alex, I don't know where you were raised, but I'd hazard to guess it may have been a barn, because anyone with even a modicum of decent rearing would know it's unforgivably rude to ignore the ardent, sincere messages of one's friends. Best, Udom. P.S. Please respond. Udom Bedford. Dear Alex, hello. Hope this finds you well. It was a pleasure to see you in my office again last week. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about the impounding mix-up. How could it have happened a second time? Terminals these days, I swear. Dreadfully unreliable. Just like your ship. I hope you've given some thought to that thing we discussed, about the Wells fellow. I'm so sorry to press, but I have the strangest tickling feeling that you really do know him. And if you could tell me where he is, well, it would be marvelous for our friendship, wouldn't it? Looking forward to see you again, wingman. Dear Alex, hello, Udom here. Udom Bedford? We met when I accidentally impounded your ship, my silly fat fingers, embarrassing me once again. I hope that wasn't too terribly inconvenient for you. Such a pleasure for me, and I tremendously appreciate your forbearance in not throttling me. You really are quite the gentleman. If you're ever in Groundsbreaker's airspace, well, space, please don't hesitate to look me up. The Lost Hope serves Spectrum vodka. Perhaps we could try every color. Really tie one on? Let me know. Your new friend, Udom. Logs. Log entry 1, titled Shrink Ray. Captain's note SW001, Shrink Ray. Note to self, remember this later. No better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean, continually. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Back to my point. I saw in actuality, with my own 2 eyes, a sublimely powerful weapon in Wells's lab, just sitting there for me for the taking. If the gray hair were to look away or forget about it, maybe. Or if I had asked a smidgen more nicely. He called it a shrink ray, but wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by the achievements of other scientists who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I had heard rumors of fantastical weapons like this one, weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science's cutting edge, but I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying eyes on Wells's shrink ray firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more to the rumors. More to be had. AH. Log 2, Hammer Power. The last time I got sloshed. Was imbibing at the lost hope of the groundbreaker. Look, Udon was really free with the drinks. He seems like an okay fellow. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdropped on 2 Mardets yammering on about a mad scientist some years back who claimed he'd made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like none of us have heard that one before. But here's the good part. The Mardets said that the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power, or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat? Sure fits the bill. If I could be another one of the weapons that inspired Wells. Why? 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 Why won't Wells let me have the shrink, or just give the shrink ray to me? Blast him to the depths of the labyrinth on Tartarus and back. Let the record show I did apologize for shouting him down 5 times, but, architect be damned, it's just sitting there, neglected and gathering dust. I should have commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission, or breaking expensive equipment when he said it wasn't ready yet, and even if it were, he couldn't entrust it to someone like me. What does that even mean, I ask? And I'm not trustworthy enough? That I'd use it to wipe out the good, hardworking folks of the colony like some sort of moralist psycho? I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associations, but I follow a strict code of me, myself, and mine. What's not to respect in that? Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wells forgets or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meanwhile, I have been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to the others of these science weapons throughout Halcyon. If gossip holds true, my next step will be to check with the black market merchants on the Groundbreaker and in Fallbrook. Oh. I need to put this sword somewhere. The hell? Yeah, I'll ask her about that later. Examine. This is not a petunia. Petunia the plant. Oh, that's pretty good. Is that her dad? Stern older man with warm eyes. Yeah. This book is heavily dodge geared with doodles and the margins. I don't know what. Banged up toolbox full of modified tools with unique mechanical usages. Digging around in here would be an easy way to lose a finger to a sawtooth blade. First wrench Dad ever gave me. She's been a friend ever since. Parvati. Abigail. Oh, dude, I could sleep in Abby's. Not Abby's. Par's bed. Sorry about that again. What's up,
I could
Max?
spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening.
Shut up. I like to know about those I'm flying with. What's your story?
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently enthusiastic disposition.
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Why were you so passionate about it?
My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
But they weren't proud of you when you became a victor. A victor? Vicar, at least.
They thought I was
Weren't they
fighting
proud
the
of you?
plan. Should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
What's this plan you keep talking about?
The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created the universal equation that underlies and defines everything in the universe. Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms, the grand plan. Is the Grand Architect a consciousness? A natural force? Did it create the equation on purpose? The answers to these questions
God.
don't really matter. The equation, the plan, is all that matters. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in the plan.
If you can't help but follow the plan, then everything you do is part of it, right?
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
Seems quite trusting of you to just sign on without knowing anything about me.
I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
What if the book doesn't have the answers you're looking for?
I honestly don't know what I'd do. This quest has consumed me for the better part of my life. I fear there's nothing else left to me. What about you? What's your story?
Yeah, I'll be honest with them. I was a colonist on the Hope. A scientist named Wells saved me.
And how did he do that?
Stole my body from the Hope at the edge of the colony and thawed me out.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
Help him recover more of the chemicals he needs to save the rest of the colonists.
That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
Family, friends, it's the right thing to do, or I don't know. I'll do friends.
Oh, I see. You have my condolences.
Tell me again about the book that we picked up that's in French.
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
What are your thoughts on the Philosophists?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the Philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Any idea where we can find someone who speaks French in this colony?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous Philosophist scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Sounds like a good lead, but how do we find him?
That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch.
Okay.
All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
How will a crew manifest help us track down your scholar friend?
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
Yay. What is this? Toss ball trading cards. Where's Par? Oh shit, it's at 63 minutes. I need to end this. Guess we'll find Par in the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this on Twitch and you want to see more of this live, be sure to follow me. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to see it live, go to twitch.tv/thelyricalsaint or go in the description below. It'll take you to my Twitch channel, and there will also be a link taking you to my playlist. If you're on Twitch, go to youtube.com/thelyricalsaint to find my YouTube channel. Other than that, if you liked the video, be sure to leave a like. If you're new here and you're not already, think about subscribing. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video of Let's Play The Outer Worlds. Thanks for watching, guys.